Ladies and gentlemen, if you support my channel, then you would support this video right here, help it to go viral. This is how our black women get treated by the police. Let alone how we get treated by the police, but are we gonna allow what has been going on? And guess what? It's getting worse, that they attack our black women and treat them like you better not treat their women. And so we have to look at ourselves. What are we willing to do to protect our women, our community? Now listen to this young man, because this is one of the most crucial things that I've seen in a long time that we need to address in our community. And that's to protect the women that we love.
So I wake up this morning only to find another group of cops acting in brutality, this time to 2 black women. It takes place in Buford, South Carolina. Check this out.
What's your badge number? What's your badge number? Say it for me.
Stay back.
Why is y'all acting like this? Don't grab me. Don't grab me. For what? For what? What are you grabbing me for? Y'all didn't do nothing.
Stop resisting.
What the fuck?
Stop resisting.
What the fuck?
Stop resisting.
For what? Y'all call your manager. Call your manager. You're grabbing my hair.
Now, they were able to interview the woman who was pulled from the vehicle, Shandella Simmons, and she said, "I'm just in disbelief of what happened. I honestly don't know what to say." Jail records show that she was booked on 3rd-degree assault and battery charge. And the police department, of course, have decided to issue a statement, seeing as how this video, which they thought would get no traction, is now going somewhat viral. As part of standard protocol, every incident involving a response to resistance undergoes a multi-step review process. We remain committed to transparency, accountability, and upholding the trust of our community. Now, y'all know as well as I do, if this video receives no attention, no publicity, all this talk about trust, transparency, and accountability go right out the window. So don't even go for it. Make this video go even more viral so these 2 young ladies can receive justice. Until next time, I ask that you take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and as always, I'm sending peace to you.
All right. Thank you, young man, for doing what you should be doing. And we have to do more. We have to protect our black women. And they have to learn how to protect themselves, because we know they don't respect us the way that they respect their women and their men. So we have to be careful in these situations. You know, if you don't have any backup there, you call for backup. Let me tell you something. These are our sisters, our mothers, our aunts, our grandmothers, nieces, okay? And we have to protect them. But let me show you something, because this might make sense. You see, if you don't care about yourself, how can you care about anybody else?
Mother didn't love me because I didn't understand the way she demonstrated her love. Most black people have never received love. They don't know how to show love. So the only thing they can do to show you their love is not this cuddly, hugging and squeezing and tender thing, but they show you love by feeding you 3 meals a day and going out and working and sacrificing to see that you have this and have that. They may not always be there when you think you want them and need them, but it don't mean that they don't love you. Circumstances don't allow them to be where you want them to be. So I can see now, as a grown man looking back on my wonderful mother, I never laid down in a dirty bed. I never put on a dirty pair of underwear, and I never had to wear an underwear more than one time. I never had unclean socks. I never went to bed hungry. I never lived in a dirty home. My mother didn't love me because I didn't understand the way she demonstrated.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may not be able to see me, but I'm telling you that we have a real problem that we need to deal with. Anytime we don't protect our own, it is just a matter of time before that affects you personally. But let me ask you a question. Just because they're not related to you, you have become so Europeanized that you don't care what happens to somebody that looks like you? You see, to me, that tells me everything I need to know. Now, I know all black people don't feel like that. But let me tell you, if you don't care about somebody that looks like you, that tells me how you feel about yourself. And if you don't like yourself, how in the world can you love somebody else? And that goes to your mother, your father, grandparents, or not. Now, I know that can't be the case for 80% of our community, but you have to stand up and act like it. You have to stand up at some time or another and let people know when they went too far. I don't care who they are. Let truth be the authority, not authority be the truth. We are brought into the game of people being presidents or teachers or police and everything else, and we respect them to the highest. Going to them with our hat in our hand, always asking them for things that you shouldn't even have to ask for as a human being. This is why I get against civil rights. If you don't have human rights, if people don't see you as a human being, how in the hell are you going to get civil rights? You need human rights. And you think this fight doesn't belong on a world stage? Just look over what's happening in Africa. Just look what people in Barbados are going through, Jamaica. This is a global thing. And this is a community thing. This is a family thing. And it's a personal thing. Because if you don't take this personal, that means you don't care. And I'm going to tell you something. Our women are the precious cargo that everybody desires. And yes, we have problems communicating. Yes, there are problems in our families and communities. But does that mean that we don't love them and we don't want to protect them and we let anybody come and abuse them? I feel the roar of the Zulu warrior. And I'm an old warrior. But I'm telling you, there's nobody would have been able to mistreat my mother or any women around me, even if I have to pay the ultimate price. Because let me tell you, if you let them get away with something once, it's just like in the projects or the neighborhoods or whatever. But you see, you'll fight back your brother, but you won't fight back that European who's throwing your grandmother, your aunt, your sister on the floor or on the ground, just dragging them out of a car like they're not a woman. They don't even see gender, but they want you to see gender. I tell you what, if you think I'm wrong, go do that to one of their women and see what happens to you. So if they make you respect their women, then you gotta make them respect your women. And so what? At the price that we have to pay. So what? Look at the price we're paying by looking at this foolishness on the videos and TV right now. That's enough. That should be enough to shame every black man in America and in this country. and this whole world.